Hey everyone, it's Vanessa Rachels and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see probably by the title of the video that this is my March bullet journal setup. And as always, for all of my bullet journal setups for my monthlies, I always start with a quote page. And this month the quote is "Spring is just around the corner." And I mean, because the first day of spring is in March, so this is why I went with this quote. And a quick note on the banner for the word "around." Make sure you leave some white area between, like I did here. Otherwise it's just gonna look flat and not dimensional. Unless of course that's the look you're going for, then color it all in by all means. And so as for the theme of my whole March bullet journal setup, we are going with this herringbone sort of look, and this look I bring through all of my spreads in my March bullet journal setup, and I stick to these same colors. Of course, everyone can have their free choice of which colors they'd like to use. If you don't like my color choice, sorry. I like it, so that's what matters most, right? But I do really like how this ended up looking with the herringbone pattern in the background. I do wish that maybe I left some more space between the writing so the writing stood out a bit more, because sometimes when you look at it, it kind of looks like the writing kind of got lost on the pattern. But it is what it is, can't go back now. And it still looks nice to me, so I'm still quite happy with it. I'm not usually too hard on myself with my bullet journals. I usually just impulsively kind of set them up. I don't really plan them out too much. But yeah, enough blabbering. Next spread is just my title page for March. So that herringbone pattern once again across the page, as you can see, obviously. And then I kind of do the opposite, but with the word March, so it's kind of like an X of sorts. And so I'm just using my ink pad and these little letter stamps that I have to write out the word March. And all in all, I'm quite happy with how it looks. I honestly always just go with like a easy kind of pattern or design. Some people make these absolutely beautiful, complicated bullet journal setups, and man, I don't got time for that. I don't know how they have time for that. I wish I had time for that because they look quite nice, but that's not my reality, so I just do simple little designs, and that's that. My next spread is going to be, on one page is going to be my monthly to-do list, and the other one's gonna be my brain dump. And for this spread I decided to set it up as if it was like one of those coiled do-tings that you have when you're in school. And I think it looks pretty cute. And then we do the herringbone pattern on the sides because we gotta incorporate the pattern throughout, right? So that's how I incorporate it here. And it's just like such a nice little pop of color on the sides of the page to kind of make it look all vibrant and beautiful and all that jazz. And I personally find doing a monthly to-do list really helpful because I just put like my really big tasks that I want to get done this month on there, and then that way it helps me with prioritizing all my tasks and seeing which one is most important and all that jazz, you know, prioritizing. It's self-explanatory, I guess. And so I also added drop shadows to that do-a-ting guy I drew. I like adding drop shadows. I do like adding kind of that 3D kind of vibe to it, or I guess it's 2D. It's not 3D, is it? It's 2D. I believe it's 2D. And then once again, my stamps come in to play and I use them to write up my title. And then I'm drawing my little mini calendar down in the corner because I don't do a large calendar in my monthlies. I did all my large calendars in my bullet journal setup because it's a lot more functional for me to have it all written out at the beginning of the year, and then I can just add dates in instead of having to add them in each monthly. So that's my preference. So that's why I only have my little mini guy in the corner to refer to. And then for my brain dump, as you briefly saw, I also used my stamps for the title there. And my next spread is my habit tracker. It's probably honestly my least used spread in my setup, so I'm debating if I want to keep doing them or not. But for this month I set them up so that they look like little sticky notes, because I don't know, I really like setting up my bullet journals to kind of look like it's a little stationary thing, like a stationary vibe to it. And so it's pretty self-explanatory that I just put the blocks in for like the shape of the month, and then I can just color it in or whatever, however I feel like I'm marking if I met that habit or not for the month. And then on the background I did that herringbone design once again, and also once again quite happy with how it looks. It's just such a simple design that looks really cute, nice and colorful, really catches the eye, in my opinion at least. And if you're kind of confused how to create this pattern, I'll just give a tiny little rundown to my best ability explaining how to do it. If I don't give it justice, I'm sorry. I don't know quite how else to explain it, but like here I think I did, each line was 4 boxes long, and then you shift it like over by 1 box each time, and I did them vertical and horizontal, and yeah, good luck, I guess. I did really great explaining that. But I mean, if you really want to figure it out and you can't figure it out, I can do a video where I slowly show. If you comment down below and just let me know if enough people comment wanting to know how to do it, needing a little rundown, I will do another video for you guys. So let me know. I can do that for y'all. But yeah, next spread is my weekly to-do list. I did the first week, the 1st to the 9th, because I was not going to do a weekly spread for just 2 days, because that's just a waste of space for me. So 1st to 9th is my first week of February and my weekly to-do. And then here I am just adding some drop shadows to the bottom and to the right side of all of the letters to kind of give it a nice little 3D effect. And oh, I keep saying 3D, but I'm pretty sure it's 2D. But anyways, ignore that. But I do like how it ended up looking after I added the drop shadows. I really think it looks quite nice, as I toot my own horn about my bullet journal. Anyways, I did my next weekly to-do list guy on another sticky note, but I did it on that page so that I could just kind of use the space on the page in the most effective possible way. I didn't really want to waste space, also because I don't want to have to set up another bullet journal because I use up this whole thing and then end up with a couple months left over. I really would rather avoid having to set up a new bullet journal in the middle of the year. So I'm trying to make do with all the space I have to the best of its abilities. Anyways, to my last weekly spread that I will be showing you guys. My other 2 for the last 2 weeks of March will be on my Instagram. I'll post some pictures of them there. But anyways, I did that herringbone pattern once again, and I used that to kind of divide the page into boxes, as you can obviously see here. And then I wrote in the days of the week. Then I did that drop shadow dealio again like I did on the last page. And yeah, that pretty much concludes my March bullet journal setup. So I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you subscribe, don't also forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a creation with or Rach. And leave any comments if you have feedback. I appreciate feedback. And until next time, see you later.